late blooming boomer here. Have you guys ever heard of a decentralized autonomous organization? Well, I'm going to give you a really quick overview of what that is, and then I'm going to give you an idea that I had for one of these DAOs or DAOs, and I think you're going to find it very interesting. So let's get started. Okay, so there's a thing called a DAO, and this woman that I met that was talking about these things, I'm sure you'll be meeting her in the future on one of these online presentations. Anyway, she gave me this diagram about how DAOs work. So basically, it's an organization. Votes or action are represented by a translation on the blockchain. Now, I have to explain to you what a blockchain is, but that's okay. I'm going to do that later too. Just think of the blockchain as a record, okay? A record of votes and actions. So the transaction is represented online as a block, and the addresses could be owned by individuals or other DAOs. Now, an organization can therefore be comfortably run on a fully automated system. Tokens are accorded to members to be used in voting, which is like decision-making, and tokens and DAO are contracts on top of the blockchain that provide access to the network. It means nothing, right? It means nothing. Like you read this stuff and you go, I don't even know what he's talking about. But that's okay, because I have something that everybody understands. Okay, and I'm going to share that with you here now. Okay, so here's something that everybody understands. $558 million. You see where it says 558 million right up here? Let me just change my pencil. Right here. Right here. $558 million. Okay. So I'm going to explain this diagram a little bit, but now I had an idea for one of these DAOs, and I'm going to read it off of here. It says, the value proposition. Creative people specifically, but anybody providing services to the public, need a web page, a landing page to collect contact information, and an easy and effective system to follow up with people who show interest, not to mention a path to Web 3.0, which is where these DAOs live. We provide the tools and instructions so anybody can be promoting themselves tomorrow and prepare for the future ahead. This opens the door for clear focus on what they do best, which is talking about and doing what they love. This and more is what I believe is possible in the future I'm living into. Now, this next little diagram that I just had up on the screen, and I'm going to put it up again. This was prepared assuming 50,000 people have upgraded to each of our upgrades, which may seem crazy, but if you can get one person to do it, you can get 50,000 people to do it. And that is there's evidence for that, right? With everybody wearing masks. Did you see how they did that? They got everybody to wear masks. It's crazy. Okay, so there's no polite way to say this. All right, people are not interested. They could care less about the people sleeping on the streets and the drug addict dying in the alley. What people are interested in is money. So I am up to here with all of it, okay? Because I've been watching San Francisco die over the last 2 years or 3 years, really. It's just, we've still got mask advised signs on the city buses. Okay, so that's what prompted me to spend the last 3 years working on some plans and ideas on how we can get ourselves out of this situation that we're in. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to use these, what's known as Web 3.0, and we're going to use these organizations that I just described called a DAO, DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organizations. Okay, now, I don't have a great bedside manner. I'm very cheerful, with people. I like people. But I'm not the kind of person that's going to just be very calm when it comes to people that are just kind of sucking off the government tit and not doing anything, just laying around on the sidewalk. It just doesn't work, right? So I've got this website, and it's paulgoulart.com, and it's all about AI things. let's do AI things. You can scan my little picture, get my contact information, book a call with me. You click on this button that says, let's do AI things. And then come to my free weekly techie Zoom calls. There's one tomorrow. They're on Saturday mornings. Look at this thing. I made this little cool thing for, now I live here in Chinatown in San Francisco. I don't exactly know how I made this thing, but I used AI to make it. And it reminds me of Chinatown. It's so vibrant and full of activity. 3 years ago, when the city decided to shut the place down, they failed to consider that Chinatown has brought visitors from all over the world to San Francisco. Okay, and we were devastated by this COVID-19 nonsense. We even still got the mask goodbye signs still up on the buses. Okay, so I'm sharing this with my heart, that we can all rise up with Web 3.0 and with the new technologies, AI included. We could all rise. That opportunity exists. It's like it's 1995 again. Okay, we could do it. And not just Chinatown. Talking about every community in every city all across the country. There's no reason for us to have people sleeping on the streets when we're spending billions of dollars and seeing no results. So this video is kind of encompasses all of that I made, and AI made it. But when I watch it, it reminds me of China. It reminds me of the years I've spent down here, with the shops and all the busy people, everybody up to something and doing something productive. That's how all communities should be. And that's where I'd like to see all communities get back to. All right. So I'm using my techie skills to make that happen. I'm going to explain that in a little bit. So thank you for taking the time to watch the video. I've got some great stuff to show you. I love that video. And like I said, I don't remember exactly how I made that thing, but I made it. So this is what I'm up to. Okay. So this is how we're going to do it. I made this thing called AI Mingler on my website. And when you click on AI Mingler, it's going to take you to a page where you can sign up to be an AI Mingler, okay? Because I desperately need that. Okay, I need people. Now, you might not want to learn how to build websites. Okay, you might not want to learn any techie stuff at all. Okay, but if you know somebody that's trying to promote themselves online, they could use these skills that I teach for free on my weekly techie Zoom calls. So they could come for free. And in a couple of weeks, I do it over 2 weeks. First of all, I give you a website. Then I'm going to show you how to build some blog posts. Okay, now it doesn't look like much, but these are the fundamental key concepts you need to learn in order to build websites. Then we apply a template to all that, and it turns into this magnificent thing. You'll love it. Okay, and so that's what I'm trying to do. And there's a little video here that talks about that. In fact, let's just listen to the video because that's much easier. I could spend 20 minutes rambling, and this thing, I think I do it in in 5 minutes or something, 4 minutes. Let's see, let's have a listen. So what are we trying to do here? Basically, we show brilliant people how to promote themselves, but this isn't just for entertainment. We actually want to have you implement in 2 weeks what takes most people years to develop. And it's going to save you hours of time, and you'll end up with a complete system that you can put a landing page out there, generate leads, and then follow up with them. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, you'll find this to be very, very useful. So after you sign up, we'll send you an email with a login link to your preview website. And here you'll set your password, and then you'll see a list of sites that are assigned to you. Now you'll probably only see one. So after you click on it, the side menu comes up and you click on theme. Then on the bottom left of the screen is a button that says reset site. So click on that, and then you want to choose your reset type. And since this is a new site, you most likely won't have any important site data, so you can choose complete reset. Then you'll hover over one of the templates that you like and then click on start building. Then in the side menu, choose blog and then add blog. Duda adds 3 test blog posts when you initially create the blog. So you can edit, copy, delete, or add a new post. Your assignment is to set up your password and go through the steps I just outlined before the first Zoom call. And then on that call, we will be creating 30 blog posts and images. And some of you will want to enter those yourself and earn $40. For those of you that would like to have us enter those in for you, we'll do that too. The objective is to get you up and running. There's no telling where learning these new skills will lead you. Remember the form you filled out to find out about this? Here they are here. When someone submits their information, it goes directly into a system where you can track those people, email them, take notes, and basically do business. So here's the customer relationship manager that I'm using, and we're going to be going into detail on how to set that up on your second Zoom. By the time you are finished with your second Zoom call, you will have a website, a way to promote it, and a way to follow up with people who say they're interested in whatever you're promoting. These simple things will help you promote anything you want online and start earning money with your ideas. This is going to be great. Now I have a video that prepares you for that second Zoom call. And in order to get that video, you'll want to complete your website so that you've selected a template, created a blog, and entered 30 days worth of content and scheduled them to post daily. Send an email to me when you've completed that step, and I will send you the next video to prepare you for your second call. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions regarding any of this, come to the call and we'll get you going in the right direction. I'll see you then. Okay, well, that was perfect. That perfectly describes what I'm trying to do. Okay, so if you want to help me bring people over here to my free Zoom calls and learn some stuff about technology, then you'll get paid for that. And you'll get a form just like this. You'll get a page just like the one you're seeing right here. Or no, not this one. What you'll get is you'll get a page that looks like this. When they click on Let's Do AI Things, down here at the bottom, instead of the affiliate's name being the big guy, it'll be you. You'll be the affiliate. Okay, so and when you do that, you get paid some commissions. And so the commissions, I'm going to show you what those are. Right here in the pricing referral bonuses page, I have the first upgrade is $799 a year. And that includes the hosting, that includes the 30 days worth of blog posts, which you may also get $40 for if you want to help me enter them. And what else? And the customer can come to the weekly techie Zoom calls. And that's like and you get $100 just for bringing someone to my techie Zoom call that ends up upgrading to the $799 a year plan. Okay, the next one, it looks like it's a little bit more expensive, isn't it? Well, that's because it also includes bubble support, and it also includes 30 days of blog posts. So they get 365 a daily blog post every year, generated by AI, of course. Okay, but you get $500 for that. The next upgrade is there's some things that were missing for me in even though I had all these techie skills, I didn't have any mindset skills. I didn't have a confidence level in myself that I needed to have in order to do like presentation like this, for instance. Okay, well, I got that from this goal achieving course that I now facilitate called Thinking into Results. So that's included in this upgrade number 3. And if you bring somebody that upgrades to that, you'll get $1,000. Now you can always just come to the weekly techie Zoom calls. I'll give you a website. You can learn some things about tech. We're going to dig deep. We're going to dip our toe a little bit into AI. And then if you want to build a business like this, it's $9,700, and it also includes the Thinking into Results course. It includes me helping you get everything set up so you can promote whatever it is you want to do. And it could be just promoting this. You could do exactly what I'm doing. You could even learn how to facilitate the Thinking into Results program if you wanted to. Okay, so this diagram should make a little more sense now that we have an understanding that I have 4 upgrades. Okay, here's the first one. The first upgrade, whoops, $7.99. Okay, the second upgrade is $31.99. The third upgrade is $62.50. And the fourth upgrade for people that want to start a business is $9,700. Okay, so when someone does business with me, they're going to pay me that money, and you're going to get a commission: $100, $500, $1,000, and $2,000. Okay, and that all goes into these people called AI minglers. Now, down here at the bottom where we have AI Things bloggers, okay, these are the people that are learning some of these skills, and they may enter that data for these customers that want to have a daily blog. So they'll have to learn those skills in order to do that. And even just learning those skills, those are very good skills to learn, because you can take these things and this is like a launching pad for your tech career. It could be, because I know a lot of things about tech, and I'm going to be on the weekly Techie Zoom calls every week with you. And you have no idea where it could all lead. You just never know. But the main thing is you're going to come learn some skills. And this is the way the money works. If you were one of those people that were spending 2 hours a month to input some blog data, you're going to get $40. So, depending upon how many customers you're supporting, that could add up for 2 hours worth of work. Okay. Anyway, so this diagram is based on, I just picked a number. Okay, so what if we got 50,000 people? What if you helped me find 50,000 people that needed these services? And they're out there. People need this stuff. Okay, but if you did that, then we would take all that money, all that profit, and it would go into one of these things. They're called DAOs. And I kind of touched on it with a little diagram at the beginning. But DAOs use something called a smart contract. So that means that all of the transactions that take place are 100% transparent. So everybody could see where all the money's going. And that's part of the problem we have in San Francisco right now, with all the money we've spent, over $1 billion on homeless services every year for I don't know how many years. But there's no way that we could easily take a look and say, where did the money go specifically? Where did it go? And what has been done? So there's DAOs out there that will do these kind of humanitarian efforts. They will help house people. They will help feed people. They will help people get the help they need so that they can be a productive citizen. And it's a very good thing. This isn't something that I can do, but I know there's DAOs that can. So we're going to take all this money from this techie stuff, and we're going to give it to the DAO. So here it is. Here's the first DAO right here, DAO number 2. Well, DAO number 1 is another story, but DAO number 2 is going to end up with, if we just found 50,000 people, and we're going to do it, then 558 million would go to DAO number 2, and then that could be distributed as it needs to be distributed with full 100% transparency. So we don't want to get rid of the government. We just want to do what the government's not doing right now, so that the government can get back to doing what it was supposed to be doing in the first place, which was limited government, freedom in the country, freedom of speech, freedom for people to make their own way. But you can't just allow all the rents to just triple and quadruple every 20, 30 years and not have the people come up with some kind of a solution. And so this is the kind of solution I'm coming up with, is I'm saying I'm bringing the tech skills to the table, and then these DAOs will take the humanitarian skills out into the community, all while not turning into a communist country. This could be really good. So this other DAO over here, this DAO number 1 over here, I have a product that I put together. Let's see if I'm going to bring it up real quick. There's a product that I have that I wrote called Ask Bob. Because now Bob Proctor is who I'm talking about. He's the one that taught me all that mindset stuff that I've been studying for the last couple of years. And it is an amazing program that I'm facilitating around that. And it's helped me a great deal. In fact, I go through it all the time. So I'm always going through it. I'm on lesson number 3. I just keep doing it. It's a 6-month program. You spend 2 weeks on each lesson. And then after 6 months, I usually take a little bit of a break, but I get right back on it and start with lesson 1 again and go through 12 lessons again. And it's amazing. Every time you go through the program, you get clearer on what it is you're trying to accomplish, and you get more done, and you have a great life, actually. So anyway, so I call this thing Ask Bob in honor of Bob. So I actually already have a login. Oh, this is, let's see, should I show you? I should show you what this thing does first. Okay, first of all, you can log in. Oops, sorry. I forgot I was on the. Okay, so let me show you what this thing does. Remember we talked about those blogs? Okay, well, this is really cool that I made this little thing. And you could basically just say, you click on this button that says write 30 blog post titles about. And when you click on that button, down here in this box, pops up that little part of the phrase. And I'm going to make this about Web 3.0. So I'm going to ask for 30 titles, 30 blog post titles. Let me make this a little smaller, and then hit this little arrow right here. And what that's going to do, it's going to create 30 blog post titles about Web 3.0. Excellent, right? And there they are. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to copy this, copy that, and then I'm going to make a new chat, and I'm going to click on this button that says write me a blog for this title. And so I clicked on that button, and when I click on that button, it's going to put me some text down here. Okay. And I'm going to paste the rest of that. I'm going to paste in the title of that blog post. Okay. Go ahead and hit the little arrow. And so it's going to write me a title. I'm sorry. It's going to write me a blog post for that title that I created, one of the 30 titles. Okay, so there's my blog title. My first blog post. And here at the bottom of this blog post, I have something called an image prompt. So I'm going to copy this image prompt. Okay, so then we're going to click on make me an image for this prompt. And I'm going to go ahead and paste this in. Paste. And I had too much. There were some things in here that were giving me an error, so I'm going to kind of delete them. I'm just going to delete I think it was those double quotes in there that were giving me some issues. So anyway, I just trimmed it down a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and make an image with that prompt. And now each blog post that this thing creates is going to have an image prompt at the bottom of it. So anyway, after you, that's a nice image. I like it. Okay, so you can go ahead and save that image off. But basically, this is the tool people will use to create contents for their website. Very cool, right? So let's go back to, let's go back to the diagram. This one. All right, and I am going to, so that product, the Ask Bob, okay, that product is actually a product it's written in something called Bubble. And Bubble is like a no-code software solution. Okay, so I'm also teaching about how to use Bubble. So you could learn how to write something like that. And you could more than learn how to do it, you can have the whole app. So I actually sell the whole app at whatever. I'm going to continue to add features to it. Or I could help you customize it for your needs. Okay, so I sell that for $197. So here with my model so with my model on this diagram here, if I sold 50,000 of those, that's $9 million. That's not bad. Now there's also a subscription that goes with that particular Ask Bob tool. And I just set the price at $7.57 a month. Okay, so we're using the same 50,000, that's at $378,000. And that goes into this Dow 1 over here. Okay, so a total here, we've got $588 million over here and $99.7 million over here. And then there's going to have to take some money out for operations and what have you. But again, using the Web 3.0 and the blockchain technology, all of those transactions are 100% transparent. So this is the key. Okay, these things, they will have full transparency as where this money goes, and whether or not what I really need help with is I know people need to promote themselves online, and I know that there's people getting ripped off and pulling the hair out of their heads trying to get things set up. I've got something that sets you up that'll get you in a really good spot really, really quickly, and then you can use your imagination and your creativity and your skill sets to take it further than you could have imagined. Okay, so I would suggest you take. I would recommend you take me up on this opportunity, because we're going to be able to not only earn a little bit of money for the people that are helping me promote these things, but there's a lot of people going to learn a lot of skills that they didn't already have that are going to help them in the future. And then the third thing is, I don't really need that much money for me to meet my expenses. And at 66, I'm not trying to be a millionaire, although I wouldn't mind, right? But the whole idea is, it's a finite amount of time, and I'm happy here in my apartment in Chinatown. And if all of this goes as planned, if these DAOs want to give me a house in Stinson Beach, great. So what we're trying to do now is we're trying to get San Francisco back to a place where we truly are a sanctuary, and we're not just nickel and diming everybody to death, and everybody's like, the place is on fire and everyone's pretending like everything's fine because we've got some orchids or some tulips over there in Union Square. It's kind of crazy. So anyway, it's just as crazy as this, right? So this is my idea, and I hope you'll get involved. And to get involved, how do you do it? Well, you just go over here to the website, paulgoulart.com, and right here where it says, let's do AI things, you just click on that and then fill in the information, and you're going to get an email with some credentials to your website. And you're also going to get an invitation to the weekly Techie Zoom call. So do it. This is going to be fun. Okay, talk with you later. So that's how you get started. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on our Saturday Techie Zoom calls. And anybody's welcome. This would be good for seniors. There's a bunch of seniors out there that are just like me, that have some time on their hands. They're still in relatively good health. And they can, if you could spend a couple hours a month working on this stuff, you could earn 100, 500, 1,000, 2,000 a month. You could do it. We could help you. All right, I can help you. So let's go for it. Anyway, I will talk with you later. Click on end here, end the meeting for all. Is that everything I wanted to talk about? I think so. I think that's it. Well, I guess I could show them. I could show you the secret weapon. Should I show you the secret weapon? Look at this, I'll show you. Here's a secret weapon. Okay, it's this thing called My AI Team. Okay, and it's sort of like my little Ask Bob app is sort of like a mini My AI Team. But my AI Team has a ton of stuff in here. And I'm going to go to the prompt marketplace. And in here, there's a whole bunch of things that people have already written that will have AI create stuff for you. For instance, here's a unique name generator, website critique your website to offer suggestions to improve. Let's try it. Here's one, website critique. It says, put in your website, and it's going to give me a critique of it. So I'm going to put in paulgoulart.com. So this is what it says. It says, the website is designed well and its aesthetics are pleasing. That's good to hear. The layout and navigation are organized and easy to navigate. The page has calls to action that prompt visitors to explore the site more in depth. However, The website could be improved. The necessary information about Paul Goulart is not prominently featured, making it difficult for visitors to learn more about him. I would suggest adding a page devoted to the artist and his bio. Oh, good point. Okay. Furthermore, there's no contact information on the page, which makes it harder to stay connected with the artist. I would suggest adding a contact page with contact information such as a phone number or email address. Additionally, the portfolio page does not provide enough information about the artwork, such as the title of the piece, date created, and a description. I would suggest adding more information to make it easier for visitors to learn more about the artwork. Okay, that's a very good critique. So anyway, these things are built into this AI team thing. That's very good. And that one was written by K-Don. But you've got tons of stuff. A soothsayers writer. Here's a persuasive essay writer. Oh, here's and it's by I wish his first name came to mind, but here if you want to write some rap lyrics, here's a YouTube description generator, Slim Shady rap generator, AI video assistant. It's just a bunch of stuff, okay? And there's tons of these things. And if you join up in his thing, then you can also create your own custom commands. In fact, I have one in here. I have when I joined up, I wrote one. It's what I was using to create the blogs with it. In fact, I should continue to use it, but I started using started using Ask Bob because it was easier for me to just, it was more of a narrow focus. Like this thing is a little bit, you can get into some deep stuff. Like here's a My AI therapist. Like a language translator. Let's create a story, JavaScript website expert. So much stuff. Oh, here it is. Here's the one. Create content for an AI blog. That's the one that I made. See, Paul Goulart. I made that when I first joined up about, I don't know how long I've had this thing, probably at least a few months, 4 months, 4 months. And it's a little more expensive, but I've kept it so far so good. And anyway, so here you just put in your blog title and go ahead and test the command. So I put in what are the newest cybersecurity technologies and test the command. Test the AI command. I think it's doing it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. What are the newest cybersecurity technologies? And then it writes me a little blog. Oh, it's cool. And it also provides a little image prompt. I'm using the same kind of thing in Ask Bob, but as you can see, this is a lot. This gives usually a lot more information because I'm using because I'm using his system. It's a great system that he's put together. The only problem is it's just a little more expensive than the other systems that are out there. And people that are just getting into this thing, they don't quite understand what they can do. Okay, and you can do a lot. So since I have this tool on my weekly Techie Zoom calls, we could also explore a little bit of this tool, and I can show it what it can do for you. And so anyway, that's another secret weapon. And then that's just the text. That's just the text creation part. He's also got a place in here where you can create AI art. I can create AI art, and he's got a whole bunch of different models. He's got Stable Diffusion, DALL-E 2, Open Journey, version 4, Infinite Zoom, and some custom stuff. You can add modifiers onto some of these things. So you could start with an image. You could do some really cool stuff with his tools. He's done an amazing job with this thing. So anyway, I wanted to share that too. And let's just stop the share. So I wanted to share that too. And I could go on and on and on because there's a ton of stuff. There's all kinds of cool stuff out there with AI. And I hope you come join us on our weekly Techie Zoom call. You can sign up at the website, paulgoulart.com. Okay, have a great day.